We're still in the first half of 2026, but there's already been plenty of good movies to drop on Netflix so far. From gritty crime thrillers to survival action, and plenty of good stuff in between. I'm Matthew, and this is Cinegold. We're gonna start things off with an intense survival thriller called Apex.
Danger makes you feel alive.
But this is completely different. You think you can handle it?
Apex follows a woman whose trip to the Australian wilderness turns into a nightmare when she becomes the target of a brutal hunter. Apex is a high-speed thriller that feels like a mix between the movie Deliverance and The Most Dangerous Game. It's all about a predator chasing down his prey in the backdrop of the deadly Australian environment. Taron Egerton actually makes for a great psycho, and this movie does a really good job of keeping it fast-paced and changing things up to keep it interesting. It might not be the most original movie in the world, but is fun and doesn't take itself too seriously. If you're down for a short and sweet survival thriller that keeps a fast pace, Apex is definitely worth adding to your queue. Shifting gears from the outback to the urban jungle, there's an excellent action-heavy spy thriller that dropped on Netflix this year. It's called Humint, and it's about North and South Korean intelligence agents who clash while investigating a drug operation on the Russian border. Humint is somewhat like a Korean Jason Bourne movie with tons of great action scenes, from brutal hand-to-hand combat to heavy-hitting gunfights and chaotic car chases. The espionage angle is also really well done, giving you a constant sense that everyone is hiding something. The cold, rain-slicked Russian streets add a nice touch as well. If you want a fast-paced, high-production spy thriller, you will find Humint to be one of the better Netflix movies to drop this year. If you prefer more grounded and gritty thrillers, an intense pressure cooker movie released this year called The Rip. It follows a team of Miami cops who discover millions in cash inside a stash house, causing trust to start breaking down fast. The Rip is one of those movies where you have no idea who's a good guy, who's bad. On the surface, it looks like a familiar cops and cartel money movie, but once the money shows up, things get very cutthroat. It's a lot darker and more intense than you might expect, and this is the kind of movie you throw on when you want a hard crime thriller where greed, pressure, and distrust keep making everything worse. The Rip is a great movie with a classic cinema feel and is easily one of the best flicks to drop on Netflix in 2026. If you're finding this list useful, make sure to subscribe to Cinegold. I put these videos together every week to help you cut through the endless scrolling and find movies that are actually worth your night. Then for something with a totally different tone than what we've looked at so far, check out the mystery drama Remarkably Bright Creatures.
I actually came here to find my dad. I don't even know who he was.
Well, he missed out on knowing a very spunky person.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's based on the best-selling novel about a widowed night shift cleaner at an aquarium who forms an unusual bond with a giant octopus. Remarkably Bright Creatures is a heartfelt movie about dealing with grief where you're slowly learning more and more about the tragic past of the characters. It's definitely a slower, warmer movie that's one of the more unique films to release in 2026 so far. If you're in the mood for something uplifting and quite emotional, Remarkably Bright Creatures is definitely worth checking out. Then if pure popcorn action flicks are your thing, a pretty entertaining one dropped this year called War Machine.
Whatever that thing is, it's hunting us, and it won't stop.
It's about special ops recruits who are on a training exercise when a massive extraterrestrial killing machine comes after them. War Machine is very much a turn your brain off and enjoy the ride type of movie. It's not trying to be serious in any way, and instead is all about over-the-top action, stunning visuals, and a never-quit spirit. It's kind of a throwback to 90s style action movies like Predator and Starship Troopers. It's got the same one-liners and big explosive scale. If you want a movie that makes your floorboards shake and lets you watch Alan Ritchson go toe-to-toe with a robot, War Machine is the clear winner for 2026 so far. One of the biggest event movies to drop on Netflix this year was the period drama Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man. It brings back the style, danger, and sharp character drama that made the show such a big hit in the first place. The Immortal Man takes place during World War II, and we find Tommy Shelby now older and more reclusive, but he's pulled back into the fray when new threats force him to reckon with his past. The Immortal Man does a good job of not feeling like just an extra long episode of the show. It actually feels worth the movie length, with a top of his game Cillian Murphy, some epic World War II visuals, and an entertaining story. The downside is you probably need to have seen the series first in order to truly enjoy this, but if you have finished the 6 seasons, consider Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man to be essential viewing. Then easily one of the most intense 2026 movies on Netflix right now is the post-apocalyptic 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. It's a direct sequel to last year's 28 Years Later. It follows Spike, who gets pulled into a satanic cult, and Dr. Kelson, who experiments on zombies and makes some interesting discoveries. Both of these plot lines are really entertaining and come to a head together eventually. I really love the Doctor's story that has a lot in common with the 1985 film Day of the Dead's Bub storyline, if you remember that. It's the type of movie that just gets better as it goes along and eventually culminates in a shocker of an ending. If you enjoyed any of the other 28 Days movies or zombie/post-apocalyptic films in general, I would consider The Bone Temple to be a must-see. Then one bonus movie you can add to your queue is the true story crime thriller Dead Man's Wire. It's not on Netflix yet, but it should be here real soon, May 28th. It's an excellent movie about a hostage situation. It gets pretty intense, but also has some quirkiness to it. Both Bill Skarsgård and Dacre Montgomery are excellent. Dead Man's Wire is definitely worth a closer look. You can check out my top 10 movies of 2026 period, not just Netflix, by clicking on this video, and let me know which movies are your favorites of the year so far. Thanks as always for watching. I will see you again soon.